They are coming for you. Not with a sword, not with a gun, not with fire. They're coming with time. Every second you waste being soft, every second you waste avoiding responsibility, every second you waste rationalizing your failures is another second life, pulls the rug from under your feet. 2026 doesn't wait. 2026 doesn't forgive. 2026 doesn't negotiate with men who cannot command their own existence. And the scariest truth, most men will never see it coming until they are already dead inside, walking shadows of what they could have been. Invisible to the world, invisible to themselves, irrelevant to everyone. The world is brutal. Life doesn't owe you clarity. It doesn't owe you comfort. And if you think it will hand you power, influence, respect, or women because you are nice, because you are good, because you mean well, you are already a corpse walking. You've been told lies your whole life. The schools lied, your parents lied, society lied, your friends lied, and you bought every single one. In 2026, the illusion ends. The weak men will be exposed. They will be exposed for the excuses they made, for the promises they never kept, for the hours they squandered scrolling, while others built empires, trained their minds, hardened their bodies, sharpened their edges, and took what was theirs. And the ones who were too soft to take will finally understand the meaning of irrelevance, not as a theory, not as a feeling, but as a daily reality. And here's the truth that nobody else will tell you. Weakness is visible. It's not hidden. You can hide it from yourself. You can hide it from the world for a while, but it is written on your posture, in your hesitation, in your lack of control, in the desperation in your eyes. Women feel it instantly. Competitors sense it instinctively. Life punishes it ruthlessly. And yet men continue to act like weakness is cute, like being soft is honorable, like avoiding responsibility is acceptable. In 2026, that stops. That never stops. If you are still asking permission to act, if you are still afraid of rejection, if you are still hoping someone will come to your rescue, you are finished. Every day you delay, every day you negotiate with your own laziness, every day you tell yourself, tomorrow I'll change, you are bleeding power without realizing it. And in 2026, the men who are bleeding will be replaced. Opportunity doesn't knock for the weak. The world doesn't pause for the hesitant. Success is taken, not given. And men who avoid responsibility are the easiest to bypass. There is a reason strong men are feared, respected, desired, and envied. It isn't because they are lucky. It isn't because they are born special. It is because they embraced pain, embraced responsibility, embraced dominance. When everyone else ran from it, they took the hits. They felt the discomfort. They owned the consequences. And they did not wait for anyone. Every moment you delay acting, someone else is taking your place. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is building wealth, power, confidence, and respect that will never be yours. And let me make this crystal clear. 2026 will not care that you are good at heart. 2026 will not care that you meant well. 2026 will not care that you tried your best or that you didn't hurt anyone. Weak men lose every single time. It doesn't matter if your intentions were pure. Results are king, not feelings. Power respects results. Influence respects results. Life respects results. Nothing else. If you are waiting for a warning, this is it. The clock is ticking. Every day you avoid the hard choices. Every day you avoid confronting your fear. Every day you hide from responsibility. You are digging a deeper hole. And once the hole is deep enough, no amount of willpower, no amount of luck, no amount of self-pity will pull you out. 2026 will show you just how small you truly are. Do you know what scares me the most? It's not the men who fail because they tried and lost. No, those men at least experienced life. They at least fought the battle. What terrifies me is the men who fail because they never fought at all, who are too soft to confront the world, too weak to take control, too afraid to step up, too comfortable being invisible, too cowardly to even challenge themselves. They will be gone before anyone notices. Their life will be over, their influence will be gone, their power will vanish, and they will never even understand how or why it happened. And here's the coldest truth. Nobody will feel sorry for you. Your friends won't. Your family won't. Society won't. Your ex won't. And certainly women won't. Sympathy is currency for the weak, but in 2026, the world has no currency for weakness. It only trades in dominance, power, execution, and relentless action. If you are not willing to pay that price, you will be left behind. So here is the choice. Either you become a man who takes responsibility for every aspect of his life, or you become a man who is slowly erased by the world. There is no in-between. There is no safety net. Comfort is death disguised as peace. Excuses are death disguised as logic. Fear is death disguised as protection. And hesitation is death disguised as patience. Look around you. Every man who seems successful, every man who seems respected, every man who seems untouchable, he has already embraced the truth. He has already looked fear in the face. He has already done what you are too soft to do. And guess what? He does not care about your excuses. He does not care about your hesitation. He does not care about your comfort. He only respects results, dominance, and power. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to wake up, but this is your last warning. You can either continue being soft, continue making excuses, continue rationalizing laziness, and continue letting life pass you by, or you can stand up, take control, stop waiting for approval, embrace responsibility, and force yourself to become a man 2026 you cannot ignore. The moment you decide, your life starts to change. But make no mistake, hesitation kills. Indecision is fatal. Weakness is permanent if you don't act. Stop being nice. Stop being soft. Stop avoiding responsibility. Stop hoping life will be fair. Stop pretending you are ready when you are not. Stop negotiating with mediocrity. Stop comforting weakness. Stop avoiding pain. Embrace discipline. Embrace struggle. Embrace accountability. Embrace dominance. And for the love of God, embrace action. Because here's the final truth. 2026 will destroy men who avoid responsibility. It will humiliate them. It will replace them. It will strip them of everything they thought they deserved. And the only thing standing between you and that collapse is your willingness to act now, your ability to dominate fear, your refusal to compromise on your standards, and your obsession with results over excuses. If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, if you want to become untouchable in a world that punishes weakness, then stop consuming content like this without action. Stop scrolling. Stop hesitating. Stop waiting. Stand up. Plan. Execute. Dominate. Take. Conquer. Own your life. Own your body. Own your mind. Own your destiny. And if you are serious about this, then subscribe, because this is the kind of brutal truth you cannot hear anywhere else. This is the reality check you need every day, because comfort is a lie and hesitation is a death sentence. Rise above. Now, before 2026 forces you to rise too late. Good. Then understand this. What you're about to hear is not motivation. It's a mirror. And most men avoid mirrors because mirrors don't lie. By now, you already know the truth. You feel it in your chest when you're alone at night. That quiet pressure, that sense that time is slipping faster than your effort. That uncomfortable awareness that you are capable of more, yet you are living less. That's not anxiety. That's not stress. That's your potential rotting because you refuse to carry responsibility on your shoulders like a man. Here's what nobody tells you. Responsibility is heavy by design. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to demand sacrifice. The moment responsibility feels too much, weak men drop it and run back to comfort. Strong men tighten their grip. That single difference decides who dominates the future and who gets erased by it. Men who avoid responsibility always hide behind clever words. They say they're finding themselves. They say they're waiting for the right time. They say they're working on mindset. All lies. The truth is simpler and uglier. They are afraid of being judged by results. Because results don't care about intentions. Results don't care about trauma. Results don't care about excuses. Results expose you. And exposure is terrifying for a man who hasn't built anything. 2026 is ruthless because it amplifies exposure. Everything is faster. Competition is global. Attention is currency. If you are slow, soft, confused, or inconsistent, you don't just fall behind, you disappear. Nobody attacks you. Nobody insults you. Nobody even remembers you. You simply become unnecessary. That's the real fear. Understand this deeply. The world does not reward effort. It rewards ownership. Ownership of your body, ownership of your money, ownership of your decisions, ownership of your mistakes, ownership of your future. The men who win are not the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who said, everything is my fault, therefore everything is under my control. Weak men hate that sentence. Strong men build empires on it. Look at your daily habits. They tell the truth about you. How you wake up, how you train or don't, how you eat, how you spend money, how you speak, how you delay difficult conversations, how you run from discomfort. These small choices stack into identity, and identity determines destiny. Most men want the rewards of discipline without the discipline itself. They want confidence without confrontation, respect without competence, wealth without risk, status without sacrifice. That fantasy dies brutally in 2026. Because here's the shift that's already happening. Average is no longer acceptable. Average is punished. Mediocrity is exposed instantly. Algorithms don't promote average. Markets don't reward average. Women don't desire average. Leaders don't follow average. If you are not exceptional in at least one area, you are invisible everywhere. And invisibility is the slowest form of death. Responsibility is the gateway to power. The moment you stop blaming your parents, your past, your country, your luck, your ex, your boss, the moment you say, this is on me, something dangerous happens, you become free. Free to build, free to dominate, free to decide, free to take risks, free to win. But freedom terrifies weak men because freedom removes excuses. That's why so many men secretly prefer being controlled. They prefer systems, rules, bosses, limitations, labels, anything that allows them to say, it's not my fault. Responsibility removes that comfort. Responsibility puts the weight directly on your spine. And either your spine strengthens or it snaps. There is no third option. Let me tell you something uncomfortable about masculinity. Men are wired to carry weight. Physical weight, mental weight, emotional pressure, financial pressure, purpose pressure. When a man avoids responsibility, that energy doesn't disappear, it turns inward. It becomes anxiety, depression, rage, addiction, laziness, porn, doom scrolling, escapism. That's not weakness, that's misdirected masculine energy. A responsible man channels pressure outward into action. An irresponsible man implodes. That's why so many men today feel lost. They are not broken. They are unused. and society won't save them. Society benefits from weak men. Weak men consume more. Weak men question less. Weak men obey more easily. Strong, responsible men are dangerous. They're hard to control. They think independently. They move fast. They don't ask permission. They don't beg for validation. That's why nobody teaches this openly. In 2026, the gap widens. On one side, men who embraced responsibility early. They are disciplined, focused, physically capable, financially aggressive, mentally sharp. They have leverage, options, confidence that doesn't need approval. On the other side, men who waited, men who hesitated, men who hoped, men who avoided pain. They are angry, confused, bitter, and invisible. The gap is not money. The gap is mindset plus action over time. And here's where it becomes personal. Nobody is coming to push you. Nobody is coming to discipline you. Nobody is coming to rescue your potential. If you don't build structure, your life collapses into chaos. If you don't choose discomfort, comfort chooses decay. If you don't impose order, disorder takes over. This is why strong men live by rules. Not because they are restricted, but because rules create power. Wake up early, train hard, eat clean, work obsessively, learn relentlessly, execute daily, repeat when tired, repeat when bored, repeat when unmotivated. That repetition forges identity. Identity creates inevitability. And inevitability is what weak men fear most because it proves success was always available. They just refuse to pay the price. Let's talk about fear. Fear never disappears. Strong men don't eliminate fear. They weaponize it. Fear becomes fuel. Fear becomes urgency. Fear becomes clarity. Weak men let fear become excuses. Strong men let fear become speed. If the idea of 2026 scares you, good. Fear means awareness. Fear means you're still alive. The danger is comfort. Comfort kills ambition quietly. Comfort makes you slow. Comfort makes you negotiable. Comfort makes you replaceable. Ask yourself honestly, if nothing changes, where will you be in 2 years? Same income, same habits, same excuses, same circle, same regrets. That future is not accidental, it's guaranteed. If you avoid responsibility today, now understand this final truth. The world respects men who respect themselves enough to carry weight. Respect doesn't come from words. It comes from standards, from consistency, from execution, from results that speak even when you're silent. You don't need permission to change. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You need action. Stand up, clean your life, fix your body, fix your finances, fix your discipline, cut weak habits, cut weak people, cut weak thinking, build skills, build strength, build leverage. Take responsibility for everything, especially the things that hurt. Because once you do, something incredible happens. Life stops feeling unfair. It starts feeling challenging. And challenge is where men come alive. This is your moment. Not next year, not someday, now. And if this hit you hard, if it made you uncomfortable, if it triggered something deep good, that means it mattered. That means you're not dead yet. Subscribe if you're done being average. Stay here if you're ready to build power, discipline, and dominance in a world that rewards only those who take responsibility. 2026 is coming. Decide now which side of history you're on.